Hi, African Queen Mode channel subscribers, viewers, and my friends. How are you doing? Yeah, today is yet another day. Very cloudy. That's the reason why you're seeing all that funny glare behind me. There's a lot of cloud cover. We're waiting for something called the snow vortex. I happen to be in Cardiff and I am a YouTuber from Kenya, but living in Cardiff. Cardiff is in Wales, and Wales is part of the United Kingdom. It's one of the four countries of the United Kingdom. And the other countries, as you know, are England, Scotland, Ireland. Okay, so Wales is the fourth country. It's a lovely place. Actually, I was just remembering that my very first teacher, the one who I loved so much in Kenya, she was from Wales and her name was Mrs. Richard. She was our music teacher. So I didn't know that I was ever going to end up in her country, but Wales is actually it's colonized by England, just like us over there in Kenya. So they kind of like behave almost like Kenyans in a way, somehow, their attitude towards the colonizer. Yeah, is like that. So, but they're a very friendly country. I really love being here. There's a lot of students in Wales. Those of you who like to go to university, I would encourage you to try Cardiff. Cardiff, or not even Cardiff. There's Cardiff, there's Swansea, but all these are cities in Wales. But the Welsh are extremely amazing people. They're really friendly. You hear about the friendliness of the Norwegians and the Scandinavians and people like that. I would say the Welsh are just as friendly. So, because I'm parked in the wrong place, I'm sure people are going to be like, what the heck are you doing here? Let me get off the main road here. Yeah, and start moving. Yes. So, like I said, I came over to bring our little boy for his match. Every Saturday he has a match. I don't know if I said that. I've restarted this video like several times, so probably I said it in one of my other restarts, Yeah. So, where was I? Now, let me go. Yeah. Let me show you. Let me turn this camera so that you can see what I'm seeing. So if you can see ahead, you'll see that the kids are actually having their football match this morning. Wow, they're just amazing, these kids. It doesn't matter the weather. Yes, they're having their match. These people are not deterred by the weather at all. Yep. Can you see, you guys? Can you see? I'm trying to move as slowly as possible so that you can see the children playing their match. Yeah. Traffic is crazy. I am gonna go in at some point here. So basically, anyway, I'm driving back home now, and then I'll come back for them later, or they can take a bus back home. So many people crossing the street with their dogs. Everybody has come out to see the match. My God, are you kidding? With all their dogs. That's amazing.
Head northeast on Kenway Land Road towards Sandringham Road. Continue for half a mile.
So basically, guys, yeah, we are in Cardiff, very hilly kind of country. And it's like I told you, the weather has been kind of crazy. They said that we're expecting a snow vortex. Enjoy the drive with me this morning. It's kind of a chilled day. Today I have a lot of interesting things to do. First of all, I'm expecting to go out tonight. Yeah. I'm following directions.
Continue on Planet End Road for half a mile.
And before you know it, I'm going to know this country like the back of my hand. I'm going to know Wales very well. Just like the back of my hand. Yeah. The roads in Wales are just like Kenya. Some of them, you know, they're kind of patchy. That's the reason why the car shakes the way it shakes. Like in Cardiff, the roads are kind of like funny. Okay. Now I know where we are. That's interesting. I'm using a different route to get back home. Okay, I'm learning. You can never be totally confused. For those of you who don't drive, or for those of you who are worried about going into new cities, don't worry, there's something called Google Maps. I love it. I just love it. All of you guys who do Uber, yeah, you know Google Maps. What would we do without Google? Oh, what would we do? Where would we be without Google Maps? Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's beautiful. This is Cardiff. This is beautiful Cardiff. I really would have liked to go for that, but this morning I think I overslept. Thank God I'm used to roundabouts, by the way. In Kenya we have 1,000 roundabouts. Take the second exit. Okay, so...
Exit the roundabout.
This is how we drive here. So I'm on the highway actually. This is how you back road.
Keep right in the fall.
Sometimes Google Maps tells you to go another route that you don't want to use. This is another route. They told me to keep right, but I went left. Because now I know my way around. I know how to get to where I'm going. And I want to use this route to get back home. Yeah. We have to keep make sure that you know there are cameras everywhere taking pictures. So in case you overspeed over here, you end up with a ticket. You're like, boy, guy, 135 pound ticket for overspeeding, which is really good. This is what we should do in Kenya, because if you get people where it hurts, which is in their pockets, nobody's going to be speeding, and we'll be able to save so many lives, guys. Don't you think? Yeah. So today I'm taking you on a tour of my neighborhood. You're not gonna see me too much. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you guys are doing well. There's a lot going on in the world, you know. We have to try to make ourselves happy no matter what. Yeah. So this is a little shopping center area where you can do banking. Like, you know, back in Kenya we have agents, like for example M-Pesa agents, people like those. Over here what they do is that they have the post office, and you can do all your banking at the post office. I think you can do that also in Kenya, by the way. One can do banking at the post office in Kenya. Yeah. So this is our new life. This is my new life in Wales. As you know, some of you know, I was living in Mombasa. It's a very different environment here. The sun hardly shines. Well, no, the sun shines a lot here in Cardiff. It's only the past couple of days have been really overcast, very cloudy. But at some point, I'm sure the sun will come out. I hope. Let me not say I'm sure, because the past 2 days, actually, the sun has not even come out at all. I'm missing it. Yeah. The roads are very, very narrow, guys, in this place, in the UK. Compared to the US, the roads are so narrow here in the UK. That's one of the things I do miss about the US, the big wide roads. But on the other hand, the fact that they have small roads and a lot of bumps. This is where we got our bumps issue. That's where we got our idea of putting bumps on the roads here in the UK. Oh my God. Another thing people tend to do here is that they follow you very closely. Something called tailgating. But this is my drive home. I hope you're enjoying it. Yeah. Let's go. There was a time I was called Mo on the go, because I love driving around and showing people the environment that I'm living in. Very peaceful. People drive carefully here as much as possible. But look at that bus. Imagine a bus like this one having to navigate tiny roads like these. So I have to stop on the side to let him pass. And they always say thank you. You see, he flashed me to say thank you. And he's a big guy like that. You just give him space. Let him go. No hurry. But I just love being here in Wales, actually. Coming to think of it, it's quite interesting. And especially in Cardiff. Cardiff is really fun. I'm hoping one day to drive down to Swansea. Next week, all going according to plan, I'm supposed to be going to Bristol. Bristol is in England. Yeah, it looks, you know, just like regular. I mean, yeah, Bristol is in England, and I'm hoping that I'm going to take that video coverage so that you can come with me on the ride. One thing I didn't tell you is that I'm starting a new business, and I'll tell you about it very soon. I'm in the process of developing that business. So, you know, when you're developing a business, sometimes it takes time, and I'd rather not discuss it too much until it's actually off the ground and I've got a few things in place, such as identifiers, you know, some sort of identifiers. Like if I have like a website, I have like a Facebook page. I've been kind of slow on that because there are many things one has to put in place here in advance. Unlike in Kenya, where, for example, starting a business is probably a bit more straightforward in Kenya. Should I say straightforward or kind of like ad hoc? You do things a bit ad hoc. Jua kali. Many people do plan, but you know, in Kenya you can just start a business. If you say I'm going to start cooking from home, I just start cooking from home and that's it. If I say I'm going to start a business of import-export, I just go register and I open an office and that's it. But over here, if you want to do things the right way, because there's so many things you have to worry about over here. let's not say worry about, but there's so many things that you have to consider, such as workers' rights, workers' benefits, workers' wages, such as your rent, such as if you're earning any sort of support from the government, what that means if you start a new business, in terms of how much money you will be entitled to eventually. And then you also have to think about the fact that because you're basically running the business yourself, most likely with very little support from outside, how are you going to multitask with children and family responsibilities like what I have right now? Taking the kid to his match. Yeah. I decided to go to the shop because I want to go and get some pastries. I'm kind of addicted. I want to go and get some like croissants. I love them. Yeah, for breakfast because I haven't had breakfast and I'm feeling like I want something like that. Yeah, so you have to think about like multitasking and how to organize yourself. So me, I don't want to talk too much about the business until it's off the ground. But right now I've been doing a lot of research, pilot testing it, giving it a little bit of a trial run. And it looks to me like it's going to be something that's going to work out over here. Naturally, I'm very entrepreneurial. Naturally, in me, that's me. I'm a businesswoman proper. Let's just see how it's gonna work, guys. I hope it's going to work. Yeah. So pray for me. Pray for my business. I'll reveal the business soon. Maybe in the next month, I will reveal it. Yeah. So for those of you guys who are in business, can you maybe give us some tips on what one should plan for, how one should prepare in advance for business? What are some of the risks of doing business in the UK, for example? That one decided to turn so close to me than him. I know there are many Kenyans who are doing business in the UK, a lot. And one of the things I do like about doing business in the UK is the fact that the government provides so much support. It's crazy. Like the Welsh government is doing anything possible to get people back to work. So if you can do a business that will employ people, you're going to get a lot of support from this government. They'll do anything to help you. But you yourself also have to be motivated. You have to take the risk. You have to get up off your butt and decide, I'm going to try something different. I'm not just going to go for employment. But on the other hand, you can't go for business unless you are financially secure to some extent. In other words, that you're able to take care of things like your rent. And because my husband is now there, you can take care of things like rent and things like that. I can now think about outside of the box and do business immediately. It's a bit more challenging, for people who are single and single parents to start a business. But on the other hand, why not, go for it. Go for it. There's no other way. Just go for it. Take a risk. Where is all this traffic coming from? That's interesting. Okay. So we're going to Tesco. I want to go and do a bit of shopping like I told you. So that was my ride for you for today. Anytime that you get to pedestrian crossing, guys, make sure that you stop, because you could easily, people are not even concentrating on the road. They go with haki yangu. My rights. Sometimes people are very careless on the roads. But in the end, it's always your fault. It's always the fault of the driver, so no excuses. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed that ride with me, guys. Yeah? Yes, so I'm now at Tesco, and like I told you, I just dropped the little boy off. I'm going to have a very interesting day today. Very interesting, but just wanted to show you my little drive. And then this evening, I'm supposed to be going to help decorate the center where we're going to have the evening party. There's a lady from Ghana who's a friend of mine I'm going to take. So I'll show you a little bit of that. And then I don't think I'll be able to vlog the evening event. I'm not so sure if I'm going to go. I don't know how I'm feeling about going out in the night, but maybe, why not, I might, well, because they talk about African dress, gee, what, you have to dress African. Now, where am I going to find African clothes? And African clothes, they need to be worn in warm climates. When it's a very cold day like today, and then you wear African clothes, you're just going to freeze to death, freeze your butt off. Okay, lovely to chat with you guys. Nothing much, just showing you my morning and what I'm doing in the morning. I hope you're having a great day. I'll be vlogging, of course, as usual, as often as possible, and talking about starting business. Give me your tips, yeah, if you have some. Much love to you. Bye bye. See you soon.